your best body has these persuasive powers on people. I want you to use it in your life because understand, life's a lot easier when people assume the best about you. Do you know all of the ways that your best body, your most impressive body, the body that simply looks the best physically, can actually persuade people to think great things about you, to assume the best about you before they even know you? So, this is Mark Johnson, the founder of Bounce Pep, bringing you ideas for a fit and flourishing future. You know that I am the youngest son of Bill Johnson, and we're going to jump right in. Thanks, subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, thank you anyway for watching. With all that said, I've read a book that if you haven't bought, I encourage you to get it. It's called Persuasion, Persuasion, by a gentleman named Robert Cialdini. And the premise of the book is that there are certain things that you can do to get people to think what you want them to think before you actually ask them to think it. This is the idea of persuasion, okay? And that got me thinking, okay, it's a great idea. And he explained a lot of psychological concepts in there that were very, very insightful. But it got me thinking, okay, for us, in this forum who are really into a fit lifestyle, how does this idea of persuasion apply to us? Okay. And I came up with 5 things. And these are my top 5 persuasive powers of your best body. Mark Johnson here. I'm excited to invite you to join Bounce Pep's 3-day VIP focus and follow through retreat here in Kyoto, Japan. Your time is the most valuable asset that you have, and you can't waste it. So I want you to come join me. I'm going to work with you personally. We're going to work on what your true purpose should be at this point in your life so that you can focus in on it and you can follow through and make progress. You're going to be treated like a true VIP. You're going to have 2 days of the actual program where we do a bit of work, and then we're going to have 1 day where you go on a curated tour through the legendary city of Kyoto, Japan. If you've never been to Japan, this is your chance. But I want to start off with a caveat, and that is that you need to have a visibly good body for this to really apply. If you're someone who's working out frequently, but you don't do it at an intensity that, has transformed your body, okay, you're not going to be able to wield or utilize these powers in the same way that someone who is just visibly a physical specimen would be able to. So this is really, really more applicable to people who are in visibly great shape. Okay. With that said, I know that you want to know what these 5 powers are. So let's just jump into it. The very first one is this. No one, including yourself, gets into great shape and builds an impressive body by accident, right? It's not some mistake. And so when people see that you're in great shape, one of the first things they'll assume is that you're someone who is proactive, okay? Proactivity suggests that you embrace responsibility. This is the message that people will pick up. They will assume that you're proactive, that you therefore embrace responsibility, right? And so what this does is it it reduces the natural tendency that some people would have to distrust you. So that's number 1. The second persuasive power of your best body is discipline. Okay. When people see that you have a great body, they understand that You have to be working out frequently and consistently. And even people who aren't into fitness, don't work out at all, they understand this. So they're going to see you and they understand that you're someone who is disciplined. And what that tells them on the back end is that you're someone who is reliable in the long term. You're going to be more likely to stick with something if it gets tough. So that's the message that you send. That's the persuasive power that your discipline sends to people. And people pick up on this from seeing your body. Okay, number 3 is confidence. Confidence. Now, you know that when you work out intensely enough so that your body transforms, it looks great, your posture improves. And the thing about great posture projects confidence from a mile away. When people see your upright stance and your shoulders and your back are straight and your stride is long, and when you walk, you look straight ahead instead of looking down at the ground. That projects confidence to people, right? And guess what? Confidence is highly magnetic because a lot of people lack confidence. You know, I've read a lot of statistics. Something like 75, 80% of the people. Now, I read the numbers from different countries as well. So I can tell you that some countries, the numbers can be a little bit different compared to other countries, but generally speaking, 70, 80% of people lack confidence. And so when they see someone who really appears confident, who projects that confidence with a great body, it's really, really highly magnetic, highly attractive. Okay. So that is very, very persuasive because it attracts people. Confidence attracts people. Number 4 is competence. Now understand, this is related directly to number 3 because the fact of the matter is that uh, working out actually does build your confidence. It's not simply a projection of confidence, like you actually do gain real confidence by working out. Okay. So that real confidence, again, it's an energy that people will pick up on. And understand this, that when people see that you have achieved a tangible result through that work that you've been doing on your body, they assume that you're a competent person. They assume that whatever it is that you do, you must do it well. This is just the impression that they're going to get without ever meeting you, without ever greeting you or anything. They're going to get this impression that you are competent. Number 5 is energy. Okay. Fact of the matter is this: when you work out, you increase the number of your mitochondria and you also increase the size of your mitochondria, and that increases the energy that your cells actually have, to work from. So mitochondria are the power plants of your body. And that means that you literally have tons more energy than the average Jane and Joe. And energy is magnetic. People are drawn to energetic people. It's positive, right? When you have high energy, it's positive. Those positive waves radiate out into the world. It attracts people. So that is the 5th persuasive power of your best body. Now, I want you to understand one last thing. This is all true. It works. People will assume these great things about you simply from seeing you or simply from seeing that you're in great shape. But it's up to you to follow through. You can mess up a great impression if you don't follow through with your behavior, right? And so, much like a great steak that you're about to put on the grill, the steak is high quality, All you have to do is not mess it up, right? The goal is not so much to make it better, just don't mess it up. So that's the idea. Your best body has these persuasive powers on people. I want you to take this with you. I want you to use it in your life because understand, life's a lot easier when people assume the best about you. So this has been Mark Johnson, founder of Bounce Pep, bringing you ideas for a fit and flourishing future. I'll talk to you again next time.